Have you ever heard of somebody who abducts little boys?
Room below's got some horrible smells.
We don't want to go in there.
What are you doing?
Complimentary room service. There is that.
Hello, and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And we're the Newly Deads. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to the show. This is a half-hour chat show where Mr. Newly Dead and I talk about a movie that we've watched. If this is not your first time, welcome back. We appreciate you joining us every week. And if this is only your second time, that's okay too. We're glad you're back. Again, this is a half-hour chat show where we talk about a movie, and if you do want to find information about the show, because maybe you are just now tuning in or you have only watched a couple episodes, you can find all the information about us and our shows on our website, which is called thenewlydeads.com for all of your Newly Deads needs. On that site, you're going to find information about this show, some of our older episodes. You'll find information about the other shows that we do on YouTube. So we do Sinister Snacks videos. Sometimes we do Follow Us Around, but that's been a hot minute since we've done that. Mr. Newly Dead uploads every single Friday our older episodes, and it's called Dollar Store Drive-In Classics. So you can find information about those shows. And then Mr. Newly Dead also does unboxing videos and sometimes writes different opinion pieces for blog posts for other movies. So you can find all that information there. And we are also artists. So occasionally we do a market. Usually it's just one a year that we do. It's called the Witches Market. It takes place in October. We like to promote it as early as we possibly can. It's the first weekend in October. It's put on by Wolf Hollow Events, and it's located in Northern Illinois. It's at the Boone County Fairgrounds. So you can come and see us live and in person if you want to, and check out some of the art that we're creating. We've both been really active with doing art this year. Mr. Newly Dead has committed himself to doing one art piece every single day. So he's been doing a daily drawing, which is, I feel like, really interesting because he's been coming up with some unique ideas. And then I also paint. I do physical, media and stuff like that as well. So art poles and stationery business that I've started. So if you're interested in all that, you can find that information on our website. That's a lot of talking about us, but that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about a movie. And today we watched a Attack of the Killer Bees 10 movie collection. So we watched one of the movies that were on this disc set. Do you remember where we got this?
I want to say it was at Toad Hall.
Yeah, I think you're right. Toad Hall is a record store / bookstore / physical media store, all sorts of things. It's mostly physical media. So you can find it here in Rockford, Illinois. He's going to put the address up, I'm sure. But Toad Hall has been around for 51 years, I think, or 52 years. It's like 50 plus years now. It's a really cool store, packed full of stuff. If you like our shelves back here, it's like that and the entire store. So it's full of different things. Somebody can find at least one thing in that store to take home, whether it be a pin or a shirt or an old vinyl or a new vinyl or whatever you want. What was that?
An employee.
An employee. Yeah, maybe we can find love at the record store. But yeah, so Toad Hall, really super cool place to go, and we highly recommend all of the places that we get our fun little media from. But we watched not Attack. I always want to say the Attack of the Giant Gila Monster, but it's just the Giant Gila Monster on this Attack of the Killer Bees 10 movie collection. So Attack of the Killer Bees is in B-rated movies. It's very short synopsis on here, so I'm not gonna wait too much longer. I'm just going to read the little short synopsis. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pause the video. We'll let you watch the trailer for it. And then we'll come back and then discuss what we thought about the movie. So the giant Gila monster, a small town in Texas finds itself under attack from a hungry, 50-foot-long Gila monster searching the countryside for food, humans, or otherwise. I told you it was short.
Very short.
Yeah, I forgot to do
Un
that.
poquito.
But yeah, so all of the synopsis on these big conglomeration of movie discs and stuff like that are usually pretty short. So Mr. Newly Dead likes to do a little bit of acting when I'm reading the synopsis. So I'm sorry it wasn't much longer. Okay, all right. So I know what I want the trailer to be.
What?
You got to find me a Deuce. They kept talking about the Deuce Coupes or whatever. So find something from like the 1930s. I know he was talking about that, or some sort of hot rod from like between 1930s and 1950s. You think that's something doable?
Now I'm singing the Beach Boys.
Yep, little Deuce Coupe. So every single time we do this, I usually will say like, let's roll the trailer or let's bring the trailer in. And he usually does a fun little segue into the trailer. So hopefully he's put something up here that's pretty neat. And we're going to pause the video and we'll be right back. So stay tuned.
This engine's still warm.
Say, did you see the skid marks out here? They go at a direct right angle to the direction of travel.
No digs in the macadam either. Somebody was hurt. There's blood all over this thing.
What is this black menace that kills everything it sees and hears? No human mind could imagine the enormous destructive power of this maddened, killing thing. If you're young people in love, look out. If you're driving a lonely road, you're as good as dead.
There's been a lot of livestock missing lately. That doesn't make headlines, but now it's people.
Never in the history of the United States, a monster of such size and power and horrifying hatred of man.
So,
We're back. That was quick. So hopefully you got a kick out of that 1950s trailer that we just watched. And Mr. Newly Dead has a piece of paper in his hand, which means that he's got his notes ready. So what you got for us?
so whenever we watch a film, I will take notes and digitally and then print them out and gives a little guideline, some information about the film, high points, low points, etc. So we have something to go off of as we're discussing it. And then at the end of the year, Mrs. Newly Dead will collect all of these little pieces of paper, put them into a flip book on our website. You can find the last 3 years available on that website right now. 2026 will be available there at the end of the year. Mrs. Newly Dead has also committed to taking notes 100% of the time. Again, 2 years running, 100%. She's meeting the goal. So she takes hers digitally entirely.
Sweet.
These do all get recycled and used for other things. So no worries for all you conservationists out there. But yeah. Oh, let me show you what I got on here. I forgot to say
Yep.
that. So did just a couple little quickie drawings.
Little skull. I like his little angular bones he got going on, and a barrel with some X's on it.
Yeah, that was the nitroglycerin in the movie. Yeah, it had
yeah,
X's
yeah,
on it.
yeah.
There was 4 little jugs of nitro.
Yeah.
Had X's on it. So
I also drew some things, and I forgot to finish my sentence here on my final thought, so that's what I was just doing. Oops. Let's see. All right. I did Gila monster.
look at that guy.
Yeah.
You kept saying he's so cute.
I
got
was.
a sad mushroom also.
I do have a sad mushroom. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, sad mushroom. Little Gila monster. He was just milling about.
He was just slow rolling it.
Milling about.
Millen. His name is Miller now. All right. So the Giant Gila Monster is from 1959, currently sitting at 3.8 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. This is directed and co-written by Ray Kellogg, not to be confused with the serial.
I would like to confuse it with the cereal.
who is known for the double feature, the second feature that was shown with the giant Gila monster, which is the Killer Shrews, which if you're not familiar with Weird Movies with Mark, one of our favorite YouTube channels, where he discusses B movies and likes to insert himself into some scenes, he did an entire episode on the Killer Shrews, which we watched. So you can find this movie and that movie on the 2 collection by the Film Masters. On Blu-ray, he also did something called My Dog Buddy.
My Dog Buddy. Yeah, that sounds cute.
Slowest Tongue in the West.
Yeah, that's the name of my mom and dad's unfortunately passed away dog, but yeah, he was a good boy. He had the slowest tongue in the West.
He also did The Green Berets, something called The Nazi Plan, which I think anybody who's familiar with history knows what that was, and did some TV and just 1 credit for that. As far as writing goes, he's known for writing this and My Dog Buddy and the episode of TV that he directed. And that's it. This is also co-written by Jay Sims with 2 M's, who is known for the creation of The Humanoids, Panic in the Year Zero, which sounds familiar for some reason, and Chesty, A Tribute to a Legend, which is not about a large endowed woman. It is about an animal of some sort, like a dog or a horse or something like that. And then did some TV as well. So this stars Don Sullivan, who was in The Monster of Piedras Blancas, which I've heard of, I've not seen.
Something white.
But yes. Curse of the Undead, which I have a little tiny poster of that adorns a piece of art that I made Mrs. Newly Dead for her 40th birthday. Teenage Zombies, which is a notorious B-movie picture. And then they did some TV and a follow-up movie called Gila!
Gila?
Yep. That was done
Like, why are you back, Gila?
much later. And the Gila monster in that one looks to be either digital or some sort of special effect of some sort. But yeah, there's another movie by him that he was in called Gila. This also stars Fred Graham, who was in The Masked Marvel, which I'd like to see. The 1944 version of Captain America, which I believe was the cereal, not breakfast cereal, but Cereal. Slippy McGee. I knew that would get you.
Slippy McGee.
The original War of the Worlds. Very small part. I don't know if they were credited. And Vertigo, the Alfred Hitchcock classic.
Oh, yeah.
This also stars Shug Fisher,
Yeah.
who was in Cyborg 2087, which has to be on the list somewhere. The Ghost of Cypress Swamp, which sounds fantastic as well. The sequel to the original film, The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again. That's the sequel to The Apple Dumpling Gang, I believe. And was in 1 episode of Kolchak the Night Stalker, which is a fantastic show starring Darren McGavin, who, you know, the dad from Christmas Story. It was a precursor to The X-Files. If you've never seen it, great 70s TV show, and there were 2 movies that came out of it as well. And then finally we have Lisa Simone, who was in Missile to the Moon.
You're going to say mistletoe.
The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Mutiny on the Bounty. Yep. And The Perfect Furlough, which I don't know what The Perfect Furlough would be. And some TV. So at this
Permanent
point...
Vacation.
Oh, that'd be a good Perfect Furlough. My lovely wife turns to me and she says...
What'd you think?
And this is where we discuss the giant Gila monster. So, yep, my kid watched this with us again. As I mentioned, this is currently available on a Film Masters 2 for Blu-ray with Killer Shrews, which it desperately needs a better cleanup. There is a cleanup that was done on it for the Blu-ray release, but they need to find a better print or something because it is it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Which is not to be a big shocker to anybody if you're familiar with these kind of public domain collections. The films typically don't have a lot of love shown to them at this point. That comes later by the boutique labels.
It's too bad.
Exactly. Because you want to see that Gila monster in as clear as you can. In 4K. I don't know if that's necessary, but I noticed right away that the music they used in the first scenes of the film, I was like, is this the Benny Hill theme or like yakety sax or what's going on? It's like... yeah, it's very 50s.
I wrote down a lot of things about the 50s too. Typical 50s acting.
There was a lot of very typical, because like there's music in it, which you've seen a Bollywood movie, music is still a commonplace thing to have musical numbers, which stretches out the runtime typically by an hour. But at this point, there was a lot of up and coming artists. They would, say, we need a star. Let's grab this guy who's an up and coming singer. We'll give him a couple songs in the movie. And of course, in this one, he had 2 songs. One that was a well produced, like Elvis type song that was very like shake your moneymaker sort of thing. And then they had the one about.
Yeah. They said, laugh, children, laugh.
Oh, yes. Gotta laugh, children laugh. Hey, something. And he's got this little like.
He was like singing about a sad little
ukulele
mushroom.
thing. Yeah.
In the beginning, something about a sad little mushroom, then something else, and then it was an odd song, and boy, oh boy, howdy, did it go on for way too long.
Well, he has a little sister that he'd helped to get some new braces for her legs, and she's struggling with getting used to it because she's not used to walking on without being assisted, and so she's got these new legs that she's learning how to use, and she wants to show them to him, and she gets sad. So he sings this song to her. He's like, I've got this new song I want to sing to you, and he's got this little ukulele thing.
And the Lord said, laugh, children, laugh.
And she's like, just kind of smiling, and the whole family's sitting around, just kind of smiling. And then later on, they're at this like dance party with the DJ that he helped get his car out of a ditch, who gave him a basically $37 tip on a $3 job, and which may have been what helped pay for the legs. I'm not sure, but as they're playing the song, and they're trying to be like, who sang this song? And they'd say it's him, and he's like, maybe we can get him to sing something. So he's like, I've got this other song I'm working on. So he starts playing the Laugh Children Laugh for this room full of teenagers, and they're all just like into it. And I'm like,
yeah, that wouldn't happen.
Even then, I don't think they would have been like,
pretty lame song,
because it's about mushrooms and religion,
and he sang it twice.
Kids, yeah, he sang it twice in the movie.
Like full song. It wasn't even just like an edited version. It was like a full 4-minute song about laughing children laughing.
Yep, it was a bizarre choice.
It was rough.
There was a scene where his girlfriend is from France, and she talks about how they have drive-in movie theaters, because he's like, I want to take her to the drive-in because she's never been, and she's like, we have drive-ins in France. The movie was made in 1959. I looked it up because I'm like, pretty sure Joe Bob told me that they didn't have them in France.
I heard that they did have drive-ins in France. So I said they had drive-ins in France.
Which she's right, because they didn't come out until the late 60s, but they did stay in France up until they were there for a while, and then they disappeared, and then they came back again in the 2020s. A lot of them made a resurgence around COVID times, when they wanted, socially distance. The drive-ins made a comeback, and they've never really went away. But I was like, that was a weird thing for them to kind of, unless what I looked up was wrong, which is possible. It was an hour and 14 minutes long. It was almost 20 minutes before we even saw the monster, which was, if you've ever seen like Tarantula or Night of the Lepus, it was basically just a Gila monster that they put in a set with, forced perspective and little miniatures and made it look like it was bigger.
Poor Gila monster.
It was definitely did not look menacing, despite the noises.
He did lick someone off the road.
He did lick, and he knocked a train off the tracks, and he's really slow moving. So unless he like knocked over a car or did something damage-wise that would pin people down, he wasn't going to catch anybody. I don't care how big he was. He was just way too slow moving. They used a lot of what I felt like might have been public domain, like, or I forget what they call it, but like music that was just in the files at the studio that sounded like Ed Wood, like the stuff Ed Wood used. So I'm guessing it was like, licensed to the studio, and they're like, yeah, here's some, music that you can use. There's a word for it I'm forgetting right now.
Yeah. Almost like stock music or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like stock footage, add stock music. I didn't understand, and I don't know if they ever explained it, because it was a little hard to hear sometimes with the version we watched, but how is this giant Gila monster hidden?
Yeah.
For so long?
Well, he was in a ravine.
And that'll do it, because all of a sudden everything ramps up. Like the first.
It is so slow in the beginning. They're just looking for people.
Yeah.
Straight up looking for, hey, did you go down on this area? Nope, I'll go down on that area. So then I will follow you, and like we'll meet halfway. And like it was just, ugh.
Lots of searching, like the Lord of the Rings, but
yeah.
hot rods.
Should I say what happened to me? I
Please.
fell asleep. And when I woke back up, I was like, oh, did they show the Gila monster yet? He's like, nope. I'm like, is this still the same guy looking for the same people? Yep.
Yep.
And it had been at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. Yeah, it was bad.
And what's weird is that all the kids in this, the teenagers in this movie, which a lot of them look like they were in the mid 20s or early 30s, they're all rebuilding cars into hot rods. Like that's their thing. They build hot rods, they go to dances, and they all hang out and, you know, sing weird songs to their family. So they're driving around these hot rods, and the hot rods are cool, but it's still really slow despite the hot rods.
Yeah.
You're like, what is happening?
It was very slow moving.
There was a shot where we caught the boom mic shadow.
Yeah, he was very excited about that. He's like, look at the left. Look at the left. I'm going to rewind it. And I was like, all right.
And yeah, as the car's driving away,
it's like, boom mic.
there's a boom mic. You can see the shadow, not the boom mic, just the shadow, because I think they were trying to get the, you know, the car sound as it was driving off.
Didn't really need to do that.
No, I'm sure it was plenty loud. I felt like it was a little bit of a propaganda about teens being in charge, because the whole movie was about the teens running the whole show. The cop relied on the teens, the DJ relied on the teens, the parents relied on the teens. Everybody was relying on the teens to figure
Especially the one guy, like that one main guy.
out. The sheriff?
No, the kid.
Oh,
Like they were really relying on
He
this,
was
like
the-
very reliable child, the one that sang the Laugh Children Laugh song.
He was an auto mechanic. He rebuilt hot rods. He was in a stable relationship. He took care of his family. He was a good big brother. Like everything about him, he was like this perfect teen idol kind of guy.
Yeah. Easy on the eyes.
And he's easy on the eyes with his slick back hair, with his Dapper Dan man.
Yeah.
Then there was a shot where the Gila monster attacks the Dans, busts through the wall. Everybody freaks out. They start running. They decide that they're going to get a bunch of nitroglycerin and go blow up the Gila monster, which I felt a little bad because when they found the Gila monster and they blew it up, like it didn't look like they moved the Gila monster out of the way. It looks like they had like little like charges of some sort set up nearby it. You know, obviously they couldn't be too big because the Gila monster is probably, you know, like this big in real life. But you can kind of see the Gila monster flinch. And apparently there was a cow that wandered in the shot as well that you could see at some point. I couldn't find it, but according to the trivia, that was the thing that happens. I felt a little bad because I'm sure the Gila monster didn't get very humanely treated in the course of the filming of this movie. And I found out also that it wasn't actually a Gila monster. It was a Mexican bearded lizard.
Yeah. Gila monsters are big.
Yeah, I think of them as being like a longer snout and much larger and more agile.
Yeah.
This was like almost like a fat salamander.
Yes, like a big fat black salamander.
Yeah.
It looked black because it was black and white.
black and
so
white.
he could have been like a green or something, but he was a dark color.
It was a very dark color. But yeah, according to the trivia, it was actually a Mexican bearded lizard, which is anybody going to argue that point? Probably not.
I mean, if you're trying to like, you know, if you're going to call something a Gila monster, call it, you know, then get a Gila monster.
Or call it, you know, the Attack of the Giant Lizard or something.
Exactly. That would have been
You know?
much nicer. It wasn't Attack. Sorry, I keep
I
calling
said
it
it
the
too.
Attack. It's just the giant Gila monster.
I mean, you
yeah.
know, it was your typical 1950s B monster movie. You know,
Yeah.
not much more to say about it.
Not horrible. Not great.
A little slow for the runtime.
Pretty dang slow. Yeah. But if it's on the background and you're trying to do something or whatever, you know, I wouldn't mind watching it again like that. But like, do you have final thoughts on it?
I do, and I realized I forgot to write down my rating for
I
it.
have my rating.
I put it in the letterbox, but I forgot to put it on my notes, so I don't remember what exactly I gave it. So I might have to look it up while you're doing yours. But my final thoughts are, yes, big, silly 50s fun with all the cliches.
And I said, well, I should laugh, children laugh, but it was a bit slow and I was a bit bored, so I snored children snoring.
It's true. She didn't snore, but she did. She did fall asleep. I think twice actually.
I did.
You woke up.
Yeah.
You fell asleep. You woke
I
up.
missed the nitro
and-
explosions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
That's okay though.
he was driving around with that nitro in his little hot rod, and they're like, "Are you nuts?" And he's like,
I must have seen it though, because I wrote down 4 is it 49? I can't tell what I wrote. I said 49 of nitro or 4 gallons of nitro, or I don't know what
He had
I wrote down. But
4 little canisters that were like
Oh,
this. And
that's
had
what it was.
X's across them.
Yeah.
And why he had nitroglycerin in his body shop, his garage for
maybe
his
he's a
fix-it
miner
shop.
from the 1800s.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he had a lot of nitro
Nitro.
hanging out for some reason. But it was a small town, and who knows? Maybe he was doing mining on the side, like you said.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you my price?
I figured it out. I looked it up on there, and I was right. I was guessing in my head what I'd given it, and I was right. So,
do you want to say yours, or do you want me to say mine?
do you want to explain what the rating system is?
So instead of rating it, we give it a dollar amount on how much we would want to pay for or have someone pay us to watch this movie again. So it's $5 or less, because this is Dollar Store Drive-In, and I forgot to say our criteria in the beginning.
I just realized that too.
I know, yeah.
Oh,
so
my.
just to give you a little bit of at
Circle
the
back.
end, the criteria for our movie is it needs to be under $5. It needs to be a horror, thriller, or sci-fi genre movie, and it needs to be a movie that neither of us have ever seen before. I cannot believe I forgot that part.
That's
so
all right.
yes, less than $5 for our rating. So what did you give it?
So if I would love to see this cleaned up and put back on another collection with Killer Shrews, and maybe the Film Masters want to. They're doing an okay job. But anyway, I said I'd give it $2.50 because it's a fun kind of background Saturday afternoon movie.
And I gave it 5 cents because it's the 1959 price.
I should have given it.
I gave it a
you know,
nickel.
The one guy's like, "I'll give you $1 for your work." He's like, $1? He's like, "It's worth at least, Or I don't know. They argued over price and settled at $3.
The guy wanted to pay him, and he's like, "Don't worry about it."
I got you.
Yeah, and then he's like, $3 or whatever, and then he ends up giving him 40.
Yeah, which $59. That's pretty big if you're figuring $3 to
Real nice, Clark.
pull your dents, tow your car, and
Probably a
fix
whole
it.
week's worth or a month's worth of freaking,
Now
fixing.
$3 will get you.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing. It'll get you a screw, probably. Like,
For your car.
yeah.
It'll buy you like a fifth of a tank of gas.
Yeah. Not even. It'll give you like I don't know, some window washer fluid, like a squirt of window washer fluid.
It'll get you a pack of gum.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
All right. If they don't want to watch this movie, what should they watch?
so this one, I couldn't think of there's a lot of movies that are out there that would be a good analog for this, but I felt like if you really want to see a good movies from about the same time frame that is a favorite of mine that we've done a whole episode on with Mr. Dan and horror, which you can look that up on Mr. Dan and the Horror Channel. But I went with The Monster That Challenged the World from 1957 about some guys who are being attacked by this monster that's in the water, and it's a much better version of, and it's all practical effects. It's a lot better done, but similar concept, just on the water and the salton sea.
Sounds fun.
So
Yeah.
we watched it. We
All
did a
right.
show on it,
Yeah.
talked about it, did
Okay.
a thing.
Not blowing this up because we've got some more movies to watch in it.
Highly recommend.
But what are we watching next week?
From 2003.
Oh, the 2000s, eh?
We're all the way. We did a time jump.
Silent Warnings. You Can Feel the Fear. Is that the name of it?
Silent Warnings, yeah.
Oh, Silent Warnings.
Not the best
Oh,
title.
there's some people in it.
It's a TV
Oh,
movie.
there's some people in it. We haven't seen this? I
It's a
feel
TV
like we've
movie.
seen them in a movie together. I don't know why. It feels like,
We've seen movies with them separately.
yeah.
Especially the last guy. We did an episode with him in it before.
Yikers. All right.
That's a huge synopsis, though, if I'm
It's a
correct.
big synopsis, which makes me very happy. In a small Oregon town, mysterious crop circles have begun appearing in Joe Vossimer's cornfields. When Joe's cousin, Lane, his 5 college friends, and local sheriff, Willingham, happen upon the otherworldly designs, they unleash unfathomable terror beyond anything that they have ever known. The close-knit group is desperate to escape the grisly wrath of their discovery once they realize that the circles are not merely innocent signs, but deadly warnings. Huh.
Yeah, like I said, it was a made-for-TV thing
Boy, oh boy.
from 2003 with some stars that were.
Boy, oh boy.
The third one on the list never really went anywhere, but always has had kind of a low-key career. The guy on top was headed for big things and then kind of has slowly turned into a YouTube film commentator who I check out every once in a while. He's a little unhinged, but it's interesting. We got things to talk about, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid saying that the names because, you know, sometimes we like to be like, these are the people that were in it.
You'll see it when I show the
Oh, that's
image of
true.
the thing.
Yeah, so-
You might. If you don't and you don't want to find out, just kind of do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Until next week.
Keep it cheap and creepy.
Bye.
Doesn't mean you should go chasing the dead.
It may be your robot, but it's my house.
I'm gonna get a close look at these sharks.
Sounds dangerous.
I'll be careful.
Would you like to hear a song? There was a mushroom, sad little mushroom. There was a meadow, ready to cry. There was a sparrow, gray little sparrow. There was an eagle, silent and high. And the Lord said, laugh, children laugh. The Lord said, laugh, children laugh. The Lord said, laugh, children laugh. The Lord said, laugh,